Alright, this is budget investing 101, I guess. At least my plan to invest on my limited budget. Before we start, a little bit of background on me. I'm 28 years old, about to be 29 in a few months. Got a son on the way in 2.5 months. So that's about my first child. Girlfriend's about 7 months pregnant, a little less than. But that is what kind of prompted me to begin investing a little something into my financial future, if you will. I have the Roth IRA, set up that I've been working on for a while now. I don't have much in it. I put 20 bucks a month in it if I can, maybe a little more if the money's there. But I've had that for I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 years, something like that. I had a decent job when I was single. I was working secondary finance, and I was making decent money, but I was young, and the money I was making, I was spending. I had the 401k set up, but I went out and bought a couple motorcycles. Bought some diamond earrings. Went out to fancy restaurants, and but whatever I wanted basically. Didn't really. I was making money and I was spending money and living paycheck to paycheck. Even though I didn't need to be at that time. Did do one smart thing with that money though that I was making is I bought a house 3 years ago. I got a really good deal on it. I think I bought it conservatively at about 75 to 80% loan to value when you consider the size of my mortgage compared to what the house can sell for. So, I've had to put some work into it, but, that cost is still, I take that into account and I still sit in a pretty good position. Um, I'm not looking to sell the house right now or anything though, and I'm just happy I have a house and it's pretty nice. Haven't redone this room. It still has gaudy wallpaper and everything. The floor got redone. But besides that, we haven't really done anything in this room. But anyway, yeah, that's about the only good thing I've ever done with my money. I'm not bad with it. I pay my bills. My bills are paid on time. I have great, excellent credit. But besides that, I've made, I spent my money like a kid. Um, about a year ago, I got laid off. They kind of eliminated my position at the office to save money. So, you know, it is what it is. I decided to go back to college and maybe pursue another um, career, get out of that industry. I liked it. I liked parts of it. I didn't like other parts of it, but you know, there's a lot of reasons I want to get out that we won't go into. So I knew I was gonna, be scraping by for the long haul if I was gonna go back to school. I ended up cashing in my 401k and paid off a lot of bills. I had some money saved up because I was trying to pay off my bike. So, that was a plan in the first place. When I bought it, I would just get a loan on it and save up the cash to pay it off in one sum. So I ended up, had about half of it saved, and I took my 401k and I paid off the rest of the bike, paid off a credit card. So I was sitting with just my mortgage, my car payment, and insurance and utilities and cable and phones and that kind of thing. So I got my bills to a manageable level and not really in a lot of debt. So I've been somewhat smart with my money, but could have done better. Could have done better at saving it. Is basically the point. So with my child on the way, I've decided I need to really start taking a look at my financial future and acquiring some assets that'll hopefully make me money in the long run, like in 10, 15, 20, 30 years, or more, possibly, depends. But something, maybe that I can invest in now, and when my son's 18, 19, looking to go off to college, I have a nice little nest egg to help him along the way, or, maybe if maybe I'm in a better financial position at that point, his college is covered, and then I can just hold on to it for retirement, or, whatever it may be, whatever the case may be. But, you know, when you're looking at investing for your financial future, the best time to start was yesterday. You needed to already be doing this. At 28, I'm stepping into it a little late in the game. Like, yeah, okay, I have the Roth IRA, and that might end up being a chunk of money down the road, but I need more than just that. Obviously, you don't just put all your eggs in one basket and think that's going to take care of you. So looking at my financial situation, and the bills are paid, and there's food on the table and gas in the car, and there's not much money left over for anything else. Now, I did have a chunk of money from a tax return that I just had actually in a sock in a drawer, and I didn't know what to do with it. I spent about half of the tax return on various things, and then didn't want to spend the other half, so I just put it away until I figured out something to do with it. So I had a little bit of money to play with, but still, it's chump change compared to what a lot of people invest with. So this past month, I had roughly 500-600 in tax return, and I was able to scrape about 150 bucks together throughout the month. Had a little more work than what I usually do, so that helped. But yeah, so had a little bit of money to work with, researching on what I should do with that money, and I knew I wanted something that was going to be pretty liquid, that if I needed to get at that money, I can get at it quick. I didn't want to end up paying middlemen, too much. I didn't want to deal with middlemen too much to get at my profit. If or my I shouldn't even say profit, just to get my money back if I needed it. My initial investment amount. Or the money that's left over from it, if that may be the case. I wanted some safe things. I wanted, something that could make me a lot of money, but maybe it doesn't just skyrocket and it just progresses well over time and slowly and steadily climbs over the years. Either of those, a boom scenario, or I'd be happy with just a slow, methodical rise. I wanted to limit my risk somewhat, and I think I found some ways to do it with the money I had, and this is not just investing in one specific thing. You can't do that, you know. I mean, you can, but it's not wise. But I wanted a few different things to kind of even me out, and I'm not done. This is just a start, and I'm not going to just be in this specific market. I'm going to expand to other things as money comes in. But I wanted something that was going to be, I think, safe, but for the little amount of money that I have, it's risky for me, because I don't have a lot of money, and if I lose the money, that sucks, because I could potentially use it on other things that would be beneficial to me. But you don't risk something, then you'll never make something, in theory. Um, like I said, I'm looking at a long-term investment, and I'm looking to keep it in somewhat of a liquid state so I can get at it if I need to, but I would try at all costs not to, but you never know, water heater goes or a furnace goes, and I don't have the cash for it, then I could dip into this and get somebody out to at least fix it, and I want to be able to do that quickly. So the best way to do that is actually have my assets, So I'm not calling somebody during business hours and, telling them, hey, I need this and that to be sold and put it in my account and have to wait 3 business days or whatever the hell. I just want to be able to go and get cash somewhere. Um, so I think I found some things that meet those requirements, and I'm gonna go over them. Um, the first is it's pretty liquid. I can buy and sell as I please. Researching my local area and finding some businesses that deal in this. And over the internet you can do it, and I physically have the asset on my person. It's right in front of me right now. Um, and I could end up making a bunch of money. I could end up losing it all. Or it could just steadily climb. I don't know. I might have gotten in too late on this one. Did buy it on a dip. All right. Um, so a pretty decent sized dip. I waited for it to come down quite a ways, and maybe it's going to keep going down, and I just totally missed the boat, and I'm going to just lose all my investment, or maybe it's going to hit that point where it comes back up. Right now, since I bought it earlier this month, I've lost roughly 8% on it. But my investment included the amount over spot and shipping on the one. It was spread out over about a handful of ounces or whatever. Um, so I ended up altogether. I was probably between $1 and $1.50, $2 over spot on my purchases. Um, so I got it a little higher than what the market was currently at. But I figure in 20 years that dollar hopefully is not going to mean too much to me. It's not going to be of any concern. Um, I research this stuff pretty good. I'm a beginner, but I like to know what I'm talking about when I'm going into this kind of thing. So uh, I think I got them. I think I got everything at a pretty good price. I was willing to pay a little bit over that premium. Now, when I was in the secondary finance field, they always talked about getting into the loan the right way or getting into your assets the right way. So that means if a car's worth $15,000, we'll loan 10 on it. So we're secured, and that's kind of what I was looking to try to do with some of these investments. Not necessarily this one. I paid a little over what it was actually worth at the time, but not so much to where it's going to kill my profits long term, if there is any profits to take. Uh, but I was willing to pay that premium over the spot price, so to me, I got a good deal. Um, so right now I'm at about 92% of that. The actual price of the stock has only dropped like $1.50, or the price of the spot price has only dropped about $1.50 overall since I bought it. But with my added fees, that's where I'm at. Um, so that's okay. My other two things that I got into, I got instant return on because I got into them the right way. I was able to, we'll go into those, but they're kind of hedging my bet on this first investment. They're kind of keeping that in check and making sure that I'm about even with it. The first thing let's go over. This is the most money. I have the most money wrapped up in this. It's roughly $700 in total. I wanted to get a little head start on the game. So first, uh, we got 14 1 troy ounce bullion bars silver, 999 fine silver. Um, there's 5 face dollars worth of change, 90% silver coinage there. Uh, these are actually down about 7.8 percent
on my initial investment. That included the over spot price of like 89 cents plus the shipping cost. These I got from a store. I just had to pay spot price plus tax. And, um, since my cost wasn't spread out over multiple ounces like this one, I'm at just under 8%. So there's about 7% I've lost on this and about 8% on these so far. But, you know, that is an acceptable risk.